and then all things end in darkness. Oh, there you go. Well, guys, if that doesn't get you interested in alchemy, I don't know what will, guys. 95% mythic with alchemy black. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. We're going back to Mono Black because I just can't stay away from Mono Black Warp. This time, we're in the Event Horizon. Oh, you know nothing. It's just a word, but the place is far worse. You know about the Event Horizon. This is going to be the dreaded word, guys. The dreaded A word, Alchemy deck. This deck, I know you guys are scared. You're already freaking out. This deck has a 75% win rate in Mythic, okay? This deck is insanely powerful and frankly not that expensive to throw some of the new alchemy cards in there. You could run it without the alchemy cards in standard, and I'll put up a link for a standard version that's far weaker, or you could truly join the dark side and come over to this alchemy and play some of this new stuff that is amazingly powerful and fun. Just give it a shot. I'm sure you're going to like it. Before we get down into it, need you to do something for me. Go right down there and tenderly press that like button. Gently press that subscribe button. Because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe. That's a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you and rip you apart for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on our stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch or on YouTube. Both of those places are going to be fine to go live. Hit that bell for notifications. Whenever we do something, we're going to be up there. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, post memes, ask questions. Whatever that you're going to want, it's going to be there on Discord. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I built are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, the sweet, sweet alchemy deck is going to be down there, along with a much worse standard version. I implore you, try alchemy. It's pretty fun. So first things first, what is some of the new stuff that we're going to have? Removal is going to be pretty easy. That's not going to go anywhere here. 2 tragic trajectories, and I think we're going to go with depressurize as well and cruel cut. You could pretty much do any kind of direct removal that you want. Also, a good removal for this one is Eaten Alive, Nowhere to Run. We also do have Arch Enemy's Charm in here for your convenience. Withering Torment for your enchantments. Anything like that, Strategic Betrayal. I think you need a decent amount of removal. However, Tragic Trajectory, I want to say, is probably the most critical one because we are going to be using that Void so much, and it can get rid of things that are invincible. That are indestructible. -10 will kill an indestructible creature. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield or a spell was warped in, we sacrifice and we do warp on this one. So let me tell you guys, there's a couple of new cards, and some of them are only uncommon, so I don't have the resources. Uncommon, along with the new cards that you get, you could invest a small amount in alchemy and get here. Cantor of the Refrain is ridiculously powerful. 1 black, at 2/1, it can't block. It is a human pilot. These people are singing the hymns as they fall into the black hole. It's amazing. When you cast a spell for its warp cost, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield under its owner's control. It perpetually gets 1/1. So it gets +1 every single time that you cast a warp spell. No matter how many times it goes into the graveyard, it will come back more powerful every time you cast a warp spell. This is an uncommon card available to you in Alchemy. Insanely good. It is constant. You can fill your graveyard with these because we can generate more and more of these. This is not the only time that you're going to see Cantor of the Refrain right here. The other place you're going to see Cantor of Refrain is in Song of Point Prime. This is another removal. Look at this artwork, man. I mean, look at that. 1 black and 1. Each creature sacrifices a creature of their choice. Conjure a card named Cantor of the Refrain into your graveyard. So that also puts a Cantor of the Refrain in your graveyard and makes somebody sacrifice a creature. Again, an uncommon card. It's not that much to craft it. So just doing those and being able to run a warp deck to bring those back is insanely powerful right there. So those are the 2 ones that we're going to talk about there. We talked about a removal of Cruel Cut there, and that if we want to talk about another new card, I threw in the Monoist Gravliner. I mean, look at that artwork, guys. The Event Horizon, the Black Hole, Sothera the Super Void. This is the only spacecraft that I've said, this is the guy for me right here. Monoist Gravliner is going to be 1 black and 1. It is an artifact spacecraft. Whenever a creature stations this spacecraft, that creature perpetually gains Death Touch and Lifelink, meaning forever. So that means if you use the Cantor of Refrains or even a Timeline Crawler right here to crew this station, and it eventually turns into a Flying Death Touch and Lifelink 2/3 at +6. No matter how many times, no matter where it goes, forever, that card perpetually has those abilities. So using Timeline Color to crew this, no matter how many times this dies and comes back, it's always going to have Death Touch and Lifelink on it, which is insanely powerful stuff right there. So 2 Monoist Gravliners. You don't have to put it in. Again, it's an alchemy card and it's a rare. If you don't have the rares, you don't need that one. I wanted to do it because I think it's fun. We're also going to do Hymn of the Faller right here. 1 black and 1, Surveil, you draw a card and then you lose 1 life. It's really nice to Surveil, especially when you're putting stuff in your graveyard you could recast, like Cantor of the Refrain or Timeline Color. And also it has the Void ability. If you cast a non-land permanent, you draw another card right there, which is super good. So you can draw extra cards on there and lose life for the card draw. Of course, we're going to have the Timeline Color, arguably one of the best black cards right now, man. The more I play it, the more busted I really think it is. 2 black, 2/2 haste, Drix Warlock. You may cast it from your graveyard using its warp ability, and its warp is pay 1 black and 2 life. It comes back forever. And again, if you always need to activate warp to bring your Cantor of the Refrains back, your whole choir that is going to be singing about the black hole, having that ability to just recast die, and bring all of them back over and over again, there is perpetual darkness encroaching on everything. And I like that because I'm edgy, and I like that edgy shit. So, we have Timeline Crawler right there. Now we're going to go for the Sacrifice, Gain, and Drain, guys. If we're going to get a bunch of stuff dead in the graveyard and have it die and swing in for an insane amount of damage and force people to block, we're going to have Caesarian Voidborn, who I call Caesarian Sussborn, and of course Sephiroth, the Fabled Soldier. Again, one of the best 3 black 3 drops in the game. 1 black and 2, 3/3. Whenever he enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, you get to draw a card. Super effective there, especially sacrificing things you know are going to come back, meaning the Cantor of the Refrain or the Timeline Color. Sacrificing them, drawing the card, and knowing right away as soon as we hit warp, they're going to come back, or I can use the combination play to bring them back. If we kill enough creatures, he does get to be 1-winged angel, and we'll get that lovely emblem in the 5/5 version of him. We also have the Caesarian Sussborn with the 1 black warp ability, 1 black and 2. Whenever this creature or another creature artifact you control dies, target opponent lose 1 life and you gain 1 life. Keeping that steady gain and drain up, stacking it with Sephiroth, really punishing people for killing our creatures and for having to block for the steady pressure that we're going to be putting on them as we go along is just going to be huge. That is going to be just a big play right there. So I really like him for his cheap warp to activate our void abilities and generally support abilities right there. Here is another new one, the Void Call Devotee. Now, if there is a card that I would tell you that is worth crafting out of Alchemy, it is this one. If you want to spend 2 rares, 3 rares, whatever you want, Void Call Devotee is the one to craft in my opinion as far as rares go. 2 black and 1 with the warp ability of 1 black and 1, a 3/3 haste. First of all, putting a 3/3 haste down on turn 2 is insane. That's crazy. And believe it or not, that's a human soldier. That's not some kind of monster. That's just what that's what the monoist armor looks like. The black hole obsessed people who go nuts and throw people into black holes as their religion. That's just what their armor looks like. So that is a human soldier right there. Whenever this creature attacks, conjure a card named Cantor of the Refrain in your graveyard. So a Cantor of the Refrain magically appears in your graveyard whenever he attacks. And guess what? He can attack on turn 2. He can attack on turn 3, which means that he is bringing in a lot of stuff into your graveyard as it goes. To get those Cantors of the Refrain out of your graveyard, all you need to do is cast a warp spell. He can warp. If you have another guy, he can warp in with that. Or any of your other warp abilities can activate. Super effective, super aggressive right there. We really like to see that, and the ability to warp in is super cool. Yeah, this is the guy that really starts filling your graveyard up. We have different ways. We have 4 of them naturally. We can get 4 of them from the Song of Point Pride, and frankly, an unlimited amount for as many times as we attack with this. So we could have so many of these on the board, and every time we warp, they return. It's crazy combination plays all night. It's really good. We're going to throw in one Arch Enemy's Charm as what we talked about, or even an Arch Enemy's Charm. I do like to exile a creature. We can return creatures from our graveyard or hand, not really necessary. Or +1/+1 lifelink. We're mostly going to use it for the exile instant as it goes. The last new alchemy card, rare. I wouldn't say you have to have this. I like him. I think he's awesome. The Gravitic Herald. I think he's super cool. However, if you don't want to invest in him, I understand. You could play more removal or some other stuff that you have or card draw, but he is super cool. Look at this guy. This guy's mad. 1 black and 4. He is our 4-drop. He is a 2/4 lifelink human soldier. Whenever this creature enters, seek a non-land permanent card with mana value of 3 or less. That is all of our current cards. We have nothing. Only Alpha Real is more expensive. Seek a non-land permanent card with a mana value 3 or less. That card gains warp 0 until the end of turn, and we lose 2 life. So we lose the life, but it basically gives Sephiroth warp. Do you know how crazy it is to get Sephiroth warp? That we can play him for 0. We drop this guy down on turn 4, and we can play any of our 4-drops or 3-drops or anything that doesn't have warp. We can just warp it in for free. Insane power right there, especially considering that a 0-cost warp will bring back all of our Canters of the Refrain out of the graveyard for your convenience and pleasure to throw them back into the black hole forever and all time. We're going to close off with a guy that I haven't really done anything with, but we're going to go with Alpha Real, the Stone Chosen. 2 black and 3. Ward, discard a card at random. He is a legendary creature, a human cleric, 3/3, Void. The reason we're doing so much warp here and sacrificing and killing things, we are going to hit Void eventually. When Alpha Real attacks, a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or a spell was warped in, defending player loses half their life rounded up. Insanely powerful. Dropping this on turn 5 and then swinging in on turn 6 if the game has gone on that enough is really a closer, especially if you hit warp or you've set yourself up to swing in and you're going to do a ton of gain and drain. You know, you figure a guy, maybe you've got 12 life, he's down to 6. We only need 1 or 2 cards of our cards to go off, or a huge gain and drain hit to go off, and all of a sudden they're gone. They're out of there, and Alpha Real, the Stone Chosen, has done it for us. That is what we're looking at right there, with an insane event horizon. All new stuff. Again, if you're sketchy on the rares, the only ones that I really need you to craft for this to make it work, I need Point Prime, Canter of the Reframe, and Void Coil Devotee. Mono's Gravliner is a fun one. Gravitic Herald is a fun one. They do not need to invest in them if you don't want to invest in Alchemy that deep. The rest of it will work just fine. This is 21 creatures, a lot of humans and soldiers, all together with avatars, warlocks, and vampires. 9 instants, 2 artifacts, 24 lands, and a 2.4 average alchemy deck as it goes. I'll try to make a standard version for you. I don't know if it's going to work, but we can try to take a look at a standard version at the very least. Here we have the sideboard. I already talked about some of these removals as far as eating alive. You have plenty to sacrifice. Sacrificing Canter of the Refrain to get rid of somebody is no problem. Nowhere to run, Strategic Betrayal, Arch Enemy's Charm, Withering Torment. Elegy Acolyte, I did swap. This was in the original version of the deck. You're going to see me play it with it a few times. I did end up swapping it out for some other stuff, for some more removal. Elegy Acolyte is another good one if you don't want to do Gravitic Herald. Elegy Acolyte will 100% work for you. I did play with it, and it worked pretty good. I just ended up playing a lot of aggro, and I needed more removal. So 2 black and 2, 4/4 lifelink. You get to draw cards as you do damage and generate robots as you don't. So that's not a bad one. Peregrine Beckoner is not a bad warp either for to give someone +2, and if they die, they return. So if you want more warp on there, Peregrine Beckoner is not a bad swap in for the extra warp abilities. That is the event horizon. We're going to get into some games here. 97% Mythic rank. That's where I'm at with this deck. And a 75% win rate. Insane power levels. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Here we go. Let's get into it. I pulled the sliver card. I know. I know. TW8810. Okay, now we're stuck here. This guy's not around. Alright, there we go, finally. I like how we didn't get any of our new cards in there. I think this guy's just AFK. Alchemy, Alka you, Alka everybody. Hey, what's a Alka matter you? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, there's Cantor of the Refrain. We'll bring Cantor of the Refrain down. That's a new one. Yeah, I mean, it has some nice bonuses. I would really consider it a removal card that is, I would consider it a removal card that is more about, It's a removal that has the option of other shit built in. Hey, what's up, Traxel? Well, it's Alchemy release day, Trex. Caesarian Sussborn. Yeah, it's a 3-instant exile card that has other modes in case of emergency. I think that's the only way to kind of think about it. Boom. Dragonweave Tapestry. Spell them twice, then shuffle. Okay. So we're going to do this. Monoist Graviteer. There's Timeline Crawler. The Meringue. He's going to push back stuff to my hand. Him with a Faller. So we drop that. Cantor of the Refrain. What's he gonna do? We're going to bring in you. Bring in you. Also, these are monoists are the people that want to throw people into black holes as part of their religion. Secretly choose a thingy. Okay. Alright, I think we're on to something here. He's not doing a lot to me. He could lay down a big dragon, but even running a board wipe right now would be suboptimal. These are very useful. The fact that they immediately return to the board, and we can generate a shitload of them. Illuminating Lash, boom. Gain 1 life, lose 1 life, boom. Okay. Dragon Soul Prodigy. Alright. He's not going to go in. Alright, so what do we do? We do the Monoist Gravliner. We say, who wants to station me? You can station me. We do this. Do that. That's a Volcoid Devotee. Then we tragically traject that. And then we crew this for the rest. Boom. We got that up. Okay, got that on its feet there. Got that on its feet. I think he's in trouble here. Man, that fucking that Grav fucking Monoist gave both of them Death Touch and Lifelink. That's a cool fucking card. I'm actually really liking these. I'm gonna be honest, guys. These are cool as shit. These are some really fun toys. I can warp that guy in, and it would bring back all the Monoists. All the hymn callers. Song of Point Prime. Okay, so we do this. Work. Fucking busted here, dude. That's wild. That's a fucking wild board to build up. Wow. Okay. Now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking. Alright. I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, let's keep going. Point Prime. Listen, I don't think you need a huge investment to get into something mono black like this. I think that basically you could even choose. I would say maybe 6 uncommons and 4 rares. I feel like you're okay. I feel like you're pretty much there. Let's start with that. Hymn of the Faller. 5 wins is very good. Yeah. True Yellow. You'll get there, man. Monoist Gravliner. Boom. Black Green. Fetid Tank Feaster. Kill you. Swing. Bing. Boom. Hymn of the Faller. Glad it helped, man. You're going to have a lot of drafts and a lot of games in your life, man. Don't think of them as too precious. Don't think of them as too precious, man. Otherwise, you're going to get in your head about it. Caesarian Sussborn. Okay, I should have done that the other way, because you would have put another one in my graveyard, and then I could have cycled that out afterwards. Another one. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Wrong bard. Let's go in for it. Cancer the refrain. Boom. Black green. Desert Cenote. Disruptive fucking whatever. Disrupt one target enchantment or artifact. Not bad. Look how fucking modified this card is. Timeline Cruller. See, this is the fucking... This that's the fucking problem. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Okay. So we'll push him in. We'll put down Caesarean Sussborn. Yeah, Cantor the Refrain spam is I think it's gonna work. I got a sneaking suspicion Cantor the Refrain spam is gonna work fucking real good. Yeah. That was, by the way, that was Mythic number 1800. That was a numbered Mythic guy who just blew himself up. I think it's gonna work, guys. Sneaking suspicion here. Hey, look, we got a pack and more gems. Patch notes. All right, let's open a pack real quick. Hey, well, I'm glad you like the economy. I'm gonna do an updated one here, either probably next month in a couple of weeks, probably about 3 weeks. We'll do an updated one. If it helped you, share it with your friends. Let them know what a good video it is. General Zod. Well, I'm not going to kneel before him. Depressurize him with the Faller. Not a great opener. Ops goes first, but we'll give it a shot here. Yeah, you just kind of need to figure out... you just need the basics. There's a lot to take in with Magic, with Arena, especially the Arena economy. There's a lot to fucking try to figure out. And you just kind of need, okay, this is what this is what this is. That's how it's all going to work. And I think that Arena doesn't really do a good job of explaining it. Because obviously we all want the best bang for our buck. Elegy Acolyte, we don't need that. Okay, well. We're in kind of trouble here. We didn't get any good cards. Uh-oh. Song of Point Prime. We got a Caesarean Sussborn. Hey, thank you for coming, Mochi. Adventure Hobbit. Hey, Jay, love the content. First time live stream. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome. You're gonna go in. Okay, we do that. On a mana zero willpower win. Yeah, a mana zero willpower win is very tricky. But you can do it. Elegy Acolyte. We'll go in. Cantor the Refrain in the graveyard. I'd love to get these Cantor Refrains a little bit faster, but we'll see here. Star charts. There's a star charts waiting in the sky. Alpha Real. Okay, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do Elegy Acolyte. We're gonna do this then. Alright. Oh, he wants to bring... exile our cards. Okay. Target player mills all their fucking thingies. Timeline crawler. My turn. So we're gonna do timeline crawler, which is gonna help us quite a bit here. Yeah, that's fucking busted, dude. That's ridiculous. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this, guys. Watch what I do to this guy. All things end in darkness. And a flip Sephiroth for good measure on him. A flip Sephiroth for good measure on him, guys. We feed everyone into the black hole. You, me, everybody. Everyone's going into the black hole. This is what people need to understand. Everyone is going into the black hole. Every last one of us. It's the way of the monoist. Yes, I'm still streaming tonight, no worries. This is just a bonus one for your pleasure. So your first name is J2, and I love the Orzhov Gain and Drain deck. You built a decent Ariat Charmed Apple deck. That's cool, I like Ariat. I wish Ariat was more usable. I wish she had a little bit more application, but she's a fun one. Yeah, I love Orzhov Gain and Drain. Your first name is J2, that is awesome. My grandfather's name was Jay, and I'm Jay. So, you can see how I rather like the name. Absolute cinema right there. Orzhov Mill fed into the black hole. We have to do it. It has to be done. Can't be done any other way. It's got to be done, guys. I don't even think half of you saw what the fuck happened there. Oof. Oof. Everyone is fed into the black hole. The super void. It has to happen. Everyone goes in. Alright, let's put down Gravonic Gravliner. When do you stream at night? Yeah, what time Eastern? I do here and Twitch pretty much every night around midnight, 12:30 Eastern time. And I'd love to have you there, both locations, whatever's more convenient for you. We can do both. Yeah, usually about 12 a.m. If you're up at around midnight, usually know a J stream is kind of incoming. Caesarean Susborn. Okay. So let's do... you. And you. Gravonic Gravliner. I think we're in trouble here. Just on sheer slowness alone. We had a really clunky kind of... we had a really kind of clunky start. The song that Flame Tongue Cavu, yeah, I might try that one. The Ultra Miner, whatever his name is, Underminer Deluxe with cheese. Okay, we are going to gain some life here, so. He needs how much more? We'll do this. And turn. Okay, hopefully we won't get just fucking smashed here, but we'll see. So why does it seem like if I play unranked reg, do I play weird? I do well, and as I go into ranked, it seems like the shuffler loses flooded me or mana, whatever draws cards he needs. Could be nerves, could just be random chance. Ranked is a little harder. The ranked shuffler seems to try to kind of really keep you at 50% win rate. It is a little bit more, a little bit of a tighter scope for ranked. So you're gonna get a little bit tougher cards, a little tougher combinations. A lot of it is bias, but it is going to try to feed you a basic hand at first. It has a hand smoother. The only time that the shuffler really messes with anything is the hand smoother. Sacrifice one non-god creature you control. Boof, boof, boof. Umbral Zodiark. Boof, boof, boof. That's a problem. He could swing in, but I don't think he will. Okay. I think we've pretty much lost here. I haven't drawn any removal, which is a problem. Caesarean Susborn. Let's put you down. And turn. Yeah, the best part of this game is building your own decks, to be perfectly honest with you. That's the best part. Okay. If he's just got a kill card, he's good to go. Yeah, he does. We didn't draw a single point of kill cards right there, but that's 3 and 1, which isn't bad. I mean, out the gate in Mythic, very solid. Patch notes. All I see in non-ranked game standard is black-white life game. Every other game. Life gain is super popular right now. This is true. If you're running into life gain, I need you to take out Screaming Mimi. I need you to bring fucking Screaming Mimi into the mix and get it. Oh, wow, you've been doing it a long time. You've been doing it for as long as me. Well, that's 34 years, and I don't think Magic's been around that long, but I get the sentiment. Magic came out in 1993. So it's been around for 32 years. Unless you were in pre-alpha Magic with Richard Garfield, Dr. Garfield in California, which is a possibility. I started in 1994, a year after it came out with Revised. Do I want to bring out the Crawler? We're going to put the Crawler out. Yeah, we can do the Crawler immediately. Bango. But another old head. Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. On and off. I can't say that I've continually been... doing it, but I've been doing it enough. Song of Point Prime. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this. Depressurize. Wreck. Get so out of it. We'll put down Elegy Acolyte. Yeah, the Magic audience tends to skew a little older, which is, you know, it's a good thing. I think Alchemy is a good format. I think it's a fine format. I think that it gets a lot of hate for no reason. I do think it gets a lot of hate for no reason. I think that when it came out, a few big creators decided to absolutely shit on it, and that was basically its death sentence. And that's a problem. There was a few people who kind of decided that this is shit, and that basically caused it to fucking die, which is not ideal. I'm kind of scared to block him. I'll block him just to see what he's got. He's probably got a fucking a kill card or something like that, or he just wants a spectacle. He's probably got a kill card, but whatever. Oh no, he's got that. Okay, well he didn't do that right. This, bango. Boom. Oh man, yeah. My older cousin was the one who introduced me to all of it, and he had, what a collection he had, man. He had insane collection, and his mom gave a bunch of it to Goodwill, and I wish I'd have had it because he had a bunch of dual lands. He had all kind of shit. He had some heavy shit, man. He had some serious fucking stuff. He had some serious original Shivan Dragon. He didn't have any Power 9 or anything crazy like that, but he had enough that it was a lot. It was serious. I think he's got to put down the Caesarian Susborn. No, he's going to do Abrax. Fate's Thief. I don't think he had any Moxes. He had a lot of dual lands. I know he had dual lands. The original dual lands. That that is for sure something that he had. So he's going to surveil. Boom. Pop. Void at the beginning. He's going to steal something from me here. Timeline crawler. Okay, so now we know what we have to do, right? Why did I do this, guys? So I could warp it. Warp activates Void. Void means he loses half his life. Otherwise, he wouldn't have died. All things end in darkness. Last one, boys. Then I'm sending you off to the premiere. And make sure you swarm that with likes. Because it's a good premiere. They need to bring Arena to console. So there was talks about that. There was talks about that quite a bit. Strong Belwas. Oh, I know Strong Belwas. I go first. Keep. Boom. Done. End turn. We put down Mono's Gravliner. Boom. Alright, this guy looks like he's moving quick, which I like. Brood, Astronomer. Song of Point Prime. Insect Scientists. The Arena Goggles. Station. We do that. Boom. Boom. Okay. We need a mana here or we're going to lose. Yeah, it's not ranked, and I do play Brawl every now and again, especially if there's an event or if I'm just super bored. I do it every now and again. I'm just not nuts about the Brawl format. There's other things that I just occupy my time more than Brawl format. I don't have anything against it. I do enjoy it, and I have some good Brawl decks and Commander decks. It's just not super something that I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta do this. Oh, it's gonna be so great. You know, okay, he's doing that. So we do this. And then we do Song of Point Prime. Boom. We do Warp. Whoa. Do that. Do that. Do that. Okay. Attack. Oof. Alright. You're squinting and you're too lazy to get your readers. I love that my chat needs readers. Ancient ass chat like me. He's gonna put down a monster right here, I think. No, he put down the Serema. Okay. Tragic Trajectory. Do we put down that? I think we do this. That, boom. Song of Point Prime, boom. Do that. Okay. I don't think anything he can put down is going to beat me here. The big enough monster? I don't think it's gonna happen, guy. There's vanilla. No, it's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. No way. Tragic trajectory. He's gonna try to slam down a monster with that. Station that. Station that. No. No. Instant 5 or less. It puts down a creature. Boom. Cruel cut. Boom. Tragic. Boom. And then all things end in darkness. Boom. There you go. Well, guys, if that doesn't get you interested in alchemy, I don't know what will, guys. 95% mythic with alchemy black. That is hot right there. That is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot heat. Insane combos you can pull off with this. I really like it. This, ooh, I'm gonna push with this one, guys. This is horrible. So this is no mana. Why not? Why not, guys, right? We're really getting auto balance now. Ooh, boys, we're getting auto balance real spicy like. Real spicy auto balances here, man. They got to take me out. Oh yeah. Oh, these auto balances, they couldn't be spicier. They couldn't be spicier right there. I kept the 1 and it gave me, it was like, you gonna keep the 1? Enjoy it, because that's the only one you're gonna see. Good job, Jump Squad. Bump, 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 bump. I cannot imagine spending that much time on Magic to do that. Good for you, though, man. That's fucking dedication. I don't like this game that much. Oh, that's fucking serious, bro. That is fucking serious. Let's bring in the Timeline Crawler. Pop, pop. Bleeding Effigy. Oof. Bop, 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 bop. Let's do this. Boom, boom. Sephiroth. Boom. Have a Song of Point Prime down. Boom. Okay. Trexodactyl raiding in. He's Trexing all over the place. I popped into your chat earlier. I saw like a board state that was indecipherable, man. It looked like you guys were... I was like, oh, Trex is playing Bloons. Trex is playing Bloons because there's so much shit going on the board. The only game that he could be playing is Bloons. Bloons TD6 because of how fucking insane and complicated the board looks. It's the only thing that he can be playing. But then no, it turned out it was in fact like it was some sort of Magic card game, which was very shocking to me. to see that. All right, let's do. Pretty good. This fucking new stuff is hot, man. There we go. %. There you go. How was your night there, Trex? I mean, there's aggro in it. There's combo pieces too. There's Ouroboros. You like Ouroboros, right? Yeah, you should get your account banned for playing VV and unranked. There's no reason. Ooh, Selesnya. The great enemy. No, I'm sorry, that's reserved for Simic. Have you tried alchemy Trex, or you're not you don't fuck with it? I can't remember what your stance on alchemy is. Counterspell or a knockback or something. He's got something in his hand. Boom. Opt. Seam Rip, very nice. I'm a little scared we're gonna get counterspelled here. Let's try it though. I'm almost positive we're gonna get counterspelled. Let's put down Sephiroth. Let's get him in the counterspell zone. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's make him fucking wear it. Alright, he's doing nothing. So let's put down the Monoist Gravliner. Let's warp you in. I think that is he's probably gonna hit me with. Come on, man, let it through. It's all right. No, he's not gonna let it through. There it is. There it is. We got him. Bro, I know what it means when you hold up the game while I cast a spell, man. I'm not fucking dumb. I'm not stupid. I know what it means. Caesarean Sussborn. Caesarean Sussborn number 2. Let's Gravliner it. Let's Gravliner it. Exile. Boom. Hey, bye, Jappy. I'm glad you're coming by. Ah, he's a mill type of guy. Okay. Song of Point Prime. Let's bring you in. Let's push. Boom, boom. He's looking for the ultimate thrill here. He's looking for the ultimate combo. He's probably going to explosive burst me. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's a mana. We'll use one Song of Point Prime just to fill my graveyard. No, fucking Mill being so viable kind of sucks. Hey, what's up, Zenimax? How you doing? Woof, woof. Hey, that cleared a blocker for me. Yeah, Azorius Artifacts is just... It's so tedious, man. It's so tedious. It's just such a slog, man. You can beat it, and that's the annoying thing. It's one of those decks that you can beat. It's not like it's foolproof, but it's such a fucking slog to get through, you know? It's such a fucking slog to get through just to try to grind through it. You can crack it. There's ways you can fuck it over. But it is very tricky to do it, and it doesn't always work. And then if they hit right, if they strike true, they're gonna fucking they're gonna crack you open. Good games are going great. We're 96% minute. Yeah, no, you just feel tired after you beat it. You just feel fucking exhausted. That's the big thing. Stock up. Okay. You're just relieved. It's like a fucking home invasion. You just want it to be over with. Like, it's just not even any kind of entertainment. Alright, so we have drawn nothing here. Song of Point Prime, okay. It's gotten rid of a lot of my shit, but none of the stuff that comes out of the graveyard, of which I have plenty. Blue-black. Cantor of the Realm. Put that down. Yeah, a Gain and Drain Rakish Crew. I've done a few of them. Outlaws. Yeah, you can do a Rakdos Outlaws with Rakish Crew, and it works pretty decent. None of my hasters. This guy's a haster. 3 more hasters over here. Gain and Drain card draw. None of that has fucking popped. Him of the Faller is card draw. He's thrown away all kind of other bullshit. And I think now he's got the Graviton Flux. Yeah, there's the Graviton Flux right there for you. Okay, there's the double Crullers. Monoist Graveliner. So we do this. It's just gonna go again, man. Yep. Thank you for wasting my time, Mill. Yes, he does lose. I was waiting for that, because I have a bunch of shit that you can haste out of the graveyard, play out of the graveyard, and I was just waiting for that. Yeah, I had a fun time. Guys, I don't know what to say. The Event Horizon gets a 75% win rate in Mythic. 80% on the play. And it looks like a fucking... It looks like a fucking... I don't know what to say, man. It's absolutely fucking jacked. Absolutely fucking swole, bros. That's the win rate right there. That's what we look like. Yeah. So, you know, there's that. Absolutely swole up for this. Probably a way, I don't know how much room you could do to fucking, to put it, to make it even better, but goddamn, dude, it is jacked. Just really, I mean, just doing Cantor of the Refrain and, Void Caller, I think those are fucking really good, but, man, the black hole is summoning us, man. It calls to us. It calls, the great void speaks to us and whispers terrible things. Terrible things.